Hey everybody, and welcome to another JASP video. In this one, we're going to talk about, hey, look at that! It's JASP 0.96. Oh my gosh. It's a new version of JASP. I'm super excited. The devs have been working for, I want to say, 5 months, November, December, 4 months. 4 months on this 0.96 edition. We are getting so close to version 1, folks. It's so good. So let's open up the release notes page to show you the massive amount of work that has been done, not only over the last 4 months, but over the last additional months, which is incredible when we scroll through this list. So first, let's start with new features, and then this huge list of fixes that keep going and going and going and going. They put it in alphabetical order. It's amazing. And you can see it's been about 4 months since the last partial release of 0.95. So let's take a look here. So first and foremost, the online module library, it's possible to load new analyses or update them on the fly using the online module library, something you can do on their website, which is nice. They now have Minitab workbook files. So if you've been working in the proprietary software of Minitab, you can now port your work over to JASP and maybe, I don't know, stop paying for Minitab. Things are getting expensive, folks. The reason why Jamovi and JASP were so big in the last almost 10 years now, have gained in popularity, well, for a number of reasons, but one of those things, especially in the United States, is that SPSS, which is an IBM product, has increasingly got more expensive, and the value added proposition of licensing, becomes a struggle. That's what happened at my school. Who gets the SPSS licenses? How many do we buy? Well, let's find other options. Let's find other options. So in addition to SPSS, to Stata, to SAS, all these other proprietary programs, boom, you got Minitab now. You can explore the full reasoning behind this, looking at that poll request there. New analyses, we've got the MNLFA. I'm not entirely sure what the acronym here is, but it's a new kind of structural equation modeling analysis. So that is a new analysis. I believe you would find it under the SEM tab, or maybe under the factor tab here, or perhaps it is when you click on the button. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is new too. Oh my goodness. All of these being up to date, select a channel, official, community. Oh, that's really cool, guys. Okay, the community. So opening it up to, there's other stuff. I can install the test module, dyads, dyadic network analyses, and synthetic data. This wasn't in 0.095. Hold on. That's what must be this online module library. That's what that is, guys. Hell yeah. So from the community, let's see, actually. So dyads is made by Pankaj R. Singla. I'm sorry about parsing that. And then synthetic data is by Doom Lab. Oh, I'm gonna have a video on synthetic data coming up on the channel in the next couple of weeks. Test module. I don't think I'm gonna install that. I think this one is something that you can use. But then these are the official ones, and of course, having the most up-to-date JASP. These are I think the ones that are checked over here. So these are that, and then you can even show betas. Wow. Okay. So update beta for BF pack for the base factor. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. There's an upgrade all here. I don't think I'm gonna do that on my thing. So, okay, so for dyads and synthetic data, you can also install the beta as well. Interesting. Okay, so taking a look here for the online modules. So I went back to the online modules thing here. So the stable build was on February 28th, 0.96.1. It's got 11 downloads, so that's cool. And then just last week, they released beta 0.1 right after that. Okay, so that's a slightly newer model, slightly newer version. And then synthetic data, can't wait to look at that one. 0.1 was on 2.28, and then last week was the beta as well. So 16 and 11. That is very cool. I'm going to uncheck that here. And then there's a search. Okay, so this brings some parity here, some much needed parity with Jamovi in JASP. I think they are definitely finding ways to compete for the same users. And in some cases, some users will stick with JASP, some users will stick with Jamovi. I know in my classes I use Jamovi because of the lower emphasis on Bayesian statistics, but it could be the opposite for another person, another statistician, an analyst or instructor of statistical methods. So here you can add them all on the fly. So I'm going to add dyads, although I don't do dyadic network. And I'm going to definitely get synthetic data. Let's install that. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that is amazing. I am in love with this, guys. I'm in love with this, especially for a search, right? So BF pack, look at that. All right. Oh, so good. So good. In any case, I was looking for the SCM and I think I would have to open up data to get it into here because I don't think, or it's under here. It's either under the SCM or it is under the factor. And what I mean is this new MNLFA SCM analysis. The other new analysis is frequentist test statistic analysis in summary statistics. So the summary statistics is not there's synthetic data, is not one of these modules. So I'm going to have to do some digging to find out where that is. It's going to be in another video coming up on the channel. So I'm going to probably need to open up some data and sort of dig through. I wish they indicated where. Summary statistics seems to me like it would be part of descriptives, but I'm not entirely sure what they're referring to there. Quality controls. So this is quality control is a module here. Okay. And they've added a number of different items here. So add a Z-bench, rewrite MSA gauge linearity, auto transforms, process capability, new distributions and historical parameters, and a lot more. And I think these are the distributions. These are, and many of the things, create factorial worksheet. Ooh, okay. So this is for a factorial design. Interesting. Okay. So you could display design, sort by run order, factor A, and then what that name is. Factor A is going to be, and there was the autosave there, group, and then factor B is going to be gender. I don't know. And then factor C is going to be time. We'll make it a mixed bag here. And then so group is experimental, gender, men, and then time 1, and then B is going to be control, and then women, and then time 2. Okay, all right. Oops, hit enter. All right, so number of factors. So you don't have to have 3 factors. You can 2-level factorial, split pot, general full factorial. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, cool. So that is the changes to quality control. I'm going to go back. I'm going to close that. Go back to this. In t-tests, ANOVA, and regression as part of the general linear model, the QQ plots have always been around, but now there are confidence intervals when you generate the QQ plot. And then for the Indian users, Tamil has been added, and for the Northern Spanish folks, Basque has been added. And then just a mountain of fixes. So in this category, it's just a broad number of bug fixes that have been found, right? So save button issues, UI adjustments in preferences. Let's see if there was an issue. Let's see what those issues were here. Interface. Yeah, I think there were a couple of bugs here for, what you see here. Obviously my default would be the UI system font, but which is what is being rendered right now. And then you could do dark theme and all of that. I don't like dark theme in JASP for some reason, or Jamovi, actually. Alt navigation, all of that stuff, additional things, display exact p-values, all of that, right? So there are some bugs in that, right? Auto-saving, crashes, JASP file issues, syntax in results setting, all of that. Decimal reading from Excel files from non-US locales, and that is because in Germany and in a lot of Europe, they use a comma, where in the UK, Australia, and other English-speaking, in the US, obviously, and other English-speaking places, the period is used for the decimal. So it's like, it's opposite. LaTeX, R, upgrading R to and Qt, all that stuff, improving tooltips. You can, each of these bug fixes have polls for them, so you can get a lot more detail into the issues. Some ANOVA bug fixes. So I'm assuming that the ANOVA bug fixes have to do with everything that is found in this module here, and that functionality there, right? So you can flip exported results, capitalize post hoc corruption names in footnote and p-value subscript. So capital B for Bonferroni, capital T for Tukey, because they're people's names. Shafay, that's a person's name. A better handling of ANOVAs that are less common, type 1 and type 2 ANOVAs. Most of the time, ANOVAs are type 3 sums of squares. And then, as we saw, see confidence intervals QQ plots, display error bars in descriptive plots by default. So I know in Jamovi, the default is to show confidence intervals on plots. I prefer to always put them as standard errors. And so now they're doing standard errors as default in the descriptive plots when you get your marginal mean plots or whatever. Audit has 1 fix. BFPack has a few fixes. I like how they did the trying to capture all of the different analyses of variance, right? So a multivariate analysis of covariance. We'll see, whether or not you're doing that. I like that idea. 1 bug fix for BSTS, 1 bug fix for circular stats, a couple of bug fixes for descriptives. Plot builder fix. That's good to see. I'm assuming that it is still in beta. I mean, the whole program is still kind of in beta. So, but adding geometric and harmonic means, adjusting the Pareto plot, adding quantile types, move omission footnote in frequency tables. I wonder what that has. I mean, obviously none of these are going to impact analyses in a lot of ways. The fix to plot builder, I'm curious what that fix is. Oh, I should have done, hold on. Ooh, too far. Open a new tab. The plot builder, oh, okay, doing a repeated measures. There was analysis terminated unexpectedly. Okay, with your fix I get now. January 20th. Both errors are fixed. Plot builder also seems to work. Ooh, lovely. Yeah, so there's that. A couple of fixes from distributions, equivalence tests, t-tests, and ESCI or ESCI. Make summary stats available without data. Okay. See, that's where I'm getting confused here, because they use summary stats here, and then they're like, this is a new analysis in summary. Frequency test statistics analysis and summary statistics. I'm not sure, but I thought they would put that in there. I guess not. A little too far here. Okay. Yeah. Factor. This is the for confirmatory factor analysis and exploratory factor analysis changes, fixes. Frequencies, odds ratio now reflects odds ratio, log odds ratio. Okay, JAGs, learn stats, machine higher learning had a few fixes there, meta-analyses, a few fixes, and the list goes on and on. I think there's not much more to explore here. Oh, this is a good one. In regression for correlation, increase the base size heat map. It was unreadable previously, so kind of useless. And then confidence intervals to QQ plots as mentioned. And then changes here for reliability and SEM. Very good. And then we end with summary stats. See, here we have summary stats. All right, let's see where we would find the summary stats. This PR adds new frequent statistics to the JASP summary statistics module. Where is the summary statistics module? Oops, summary statistics. Oh, I have it. Why is it not? Did I? Oh, it's right here, guys. Oh my God. Cheapers. You're probably screaming at me in the freaking... Okay, I'm going to do a video on this. There it is. So the classical or the frequent test statistics. So we'll take a look at that in another video. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I feel silly, but that's okay. You live and you learn when you do these new update videos. You kind of have fun with it. Well, those are the new changes and bug fixes. Massive. I'm excited for 2026. Hopefully version 1 is on the horizon. If you have any comments or questions or other suggestions, please leave that feedback down below. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.